So hi everyone. So for today I'm going to show you how to conduct experiment number 4. We're going to record the thoracic movement when performing the different activities. So for this experiment, actually we're going to use the BioPAD system. So we're going to connect this one we call as the respiratory transducer. We're going to connect directly to our chest area, and then for this one we're going to connect directly to the BioPAD system through the channel number 1. This is channel number 1. And then after that, when we are doing the several activities such as breathing in, breathing out, the monitor here will be recording. It will be showing the recording part of the breathing, such as breathing in and also breathing out. So for the first part is calibration. So for the calibration part, the subject normally need to do breathing in, also breathing out normally for 2 times. So you can click calibrate. So for the next stage is going to do a normal breathing for 15 seconds. So normally the subject need to be seated for 15 seconds and do a normal breathing. So you can click record to record. So for the next activity is the subject need to do the hyperventilation, which is you need to breathe rapidly and deeply for at least 30 seconds. So you can click resume. Okay, so for the next activity, the students need to do the hyperventilation activity, which is need to breathe slowly and shallowly through the mouth for at least 30 seconds. So you can click resume to continue the activity. So for the next activity, the subject need to take a cough for at least 2 cycles, and then they need to continue to breathe aloud for at least 60 seconds. So first you need to click resume. So you need to after taking a cough for 2 cycles, and then you need to read aloud. So for example, you can just read your manuals for at least 30 seconds. So experiment 4, recording the thoracic movement, blah 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 blah. For the analyzing part, you can refer to your manual. Actually, we have the lesson number 8, respiratory number 1. So you have a few tables. We have table table A for the normal breathing, and then we have table B for the comparison part. So this one you can compare the different segment. We have the hyperventilation segment, hyperventilations, the coughing part, and also the read aloud. So from here, actually, you need to record a few things such as the delta T, which is the duration for each segment, and also for the BPM part. Okay.
This is the overall result. So we have the first 20 seconds is normal breathing, hyperventilation, followed by hypoventilation, coughing, and reading aloud. Okay.
So this is the first segment for your first activity, which is the normal breathing. So from here, you can refer to your manual. So your manual requires three best cycle from your first activity. So you can choose 3 best cycle, and from this 3 best cycle, you can highlight a few things such as the delta T and also the BPM. So for the first cycle, for example, you choose this cycle, so you can highlight the whole cycle, and from here you can check the total durations and also the BPM. Okay, so from here you can record the recording for each different cycle. Hi everyone. So for the next experiment, we are focusing more to the experiment number 1. So as we can see here, experiment number one actually we are normally using the spirometer, but we have one small part for this experiment. We are using the BioPAD system. You can see here at the lowest area here, we are using the BioPAD system, and this one we can use the lesson 13, which is the pulmonary functions number 2. And then from here we're going to connect the BioPAD system directly to the transducer. Okay, and then the transducer will be connected to the bacterial filter, and then the subject need to be place the mouthpiece directly to the mouth, and need to apply the nose piece as well. And for this experiment, the subject needs to do the several activities. So the first one is you need to do the normal breathing for 3 cycles, and then after that you need to record the FEV, which is the subject need to do the deep inhalation and also deep exhalations for at least 3 seconds. And then after 3 seconds of deep exhalations, the subject need to do the breathing for normal for 3 another cycles, and then we can stop the process, and then we can highlight the 3 seconds of FEV after we finish breathing. So for this table, as you can see at the page number 23, this is the data calculation for your report. So here we have 2 different areas. The first one is for the vital capacity. So from here actually you can calculate each individual FEV based on each different time that you have here, which is 0 to 1 second, 0 to 2 seconds, and also 0 to 3 seconds. So when the subject is ready, the examiner need to click the record FEV here, and then the subject need to be aware about each of the different steps. This one, okay? So you can click record FEV in 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we are done. You can click stop. So as we can see here, we have the 3 seconds of deep exhalations. So you can click the icon here, and then you can highlight 3 seconds. So it should be at least 3 seconds. So you can see here at the delta T, this one is more than 3 seconds already. So you should be highlight starting from here until here. So it should, the value should be more than 3 seconds. Okay, so after you're done, you can click calculate the FEV. So this is your FEV value. So for the data analyzing part, we need to refer to this graph. If you can see, we have the duration area here, which is from 0 to 1, 0 to 2, and 0 to 3. So the first thing you need to record is the vital capacity, which is from 0 to 3 seconds. So you can click the I bin, and then you can highlight the area which is from 0 to 3 seconds, and from here you can read the P2P value, which is 2.038 liter. And then after that, you're going to do separately, which for 0 to 1 second, 0 to 2 seconds, and also 0 to 3 seconds, and you can record your data in your manual. Hi everyone, so then for the next experiment is actually next experiment number 5. We're going to do the collection of expirated air by using the Douglas bag. So this is the setup for this experiment. We do have a dry gas meter. So the dry gas meter is used to measure the amount of air that we collected inside the bag. So as we can see here, we have the tube that connected directly to the mouthpiece here. So the subject need to perform a normal breathing, and all the expirated air will be collected directly to the Douglas bag. So after you finish the experiment, the air from the Douglas bag will be transferred directly to the gas meter by this inlet. Okay, so from here we can have the total amount of expirated air for the subject. Okay, so when subject is ready, we're going to ask the subject to breathing normally for 3 minutes. And as you can see here, the tube is directly connect to the gas meter, to the Douglas bag here. And after 3 minutes, all the collected air will be transferred directly to the dry gas meter. After 3 minutes, you can see the changes in the size of the Douglas bag. And then after that, we need to connect the tube directly to the inlet side of the gas meter, just to transfer the gas directly to the gas meter. and make sure that the tube is like connecting together. We need to change the side for the tube, and then after that we need to press the back to transfer all the air to the dry gas meter. And you can see that the volume for the gas meter is already increased and keep increasing. And what you want to record is actually the total volume of aspirated air after 3 minutes. So you need to keep pressing the back until it's totally empty. Okay, so now we can get the total volume of aspirated air for 3 minutes. So this one is for the first activity, which is the normal breathing. So we're going to proceed with the same things, but for this time going to ask the subject to like running on the spot while breathing into the Douglas bag. So this is the condition of the bag after the second activity. So as we can see, the volume of the air collected for the second activity is like higher than the first one. So after we finish, we need to connect the tube directly to the gas meter. And then going to do the same thing. We need to pressing down the back, and then we're going to see the volume of the air collected through the gas meter. And as you can see, we expected that the volume should be much more higher than the previous one. Okay, so this is the final reading, 78.8 liter.